Hello, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to install this Seicane head unit that can be installed into just about any car, and today I'm going to be installing it into my 1987 Mercedes 300D. It currently has this stock radio, which we will need for this installation. This is the main unit, and on the back of it, it has a front dash cam. So ideally it'll be placed around right there. Then within the box, we have this to power the unit, an aux cord, and a backup camera. So in order for this to work, it needs a 12-volt cigarette lighter. So on the back of the unit, we have the USB-C that powers the unit. Then we have the backup camera plugged in right next to it. To record footage, we need a micro SD card, which you have to supply yourself. And you just put it into that slot. And you want to wipe down the spot with some alcohol. The reason I'm okay with installing this into my antique Mercedes is because it's just adhesive. This isn't gonna ruin this vinyl dash. That looks good. Press down. And yes, it does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So we can tilt this down, plug in the backup camera. Now from the USB-C charger, we also have another USB and an aux plug-in, which is one of the two ways to connect your phone to the unit. Grab your aux cord, plug in right here, and plug in the other end into the head unit itself. So let's go ahead and start setting up the camera. I'm setting up the backup camera right now, and I want it to be right here. As you can see, there are two holes right there. The packaging comes with this adhesive on just like so. Just install it right up there. If you want that backup camera to turn on whenever you put the car into reverse, then you want to connect this wire to the reverse lights. Since this is a small sedan, I don't really care for that. You could also mount the backup camera back here, which would give you a better view of what you're about to hit. But for now, I'm just gonna trim this and get rid of it. The backup camera wire comes from this way, up and around, through here. This is where I'm stuffing all the excess wire. Ta-da, then down this way. Be careful when you're stuffing the wire in here because I accidentally cut my finger on that piece of metal right there. So be careful. I'm coming down, came around, and the wire is right there. I left the USB right here in case I want to use it. Kind of hiding all the ugly wires behind the unit itself so you can't see it. That's the only exposed wire that you will see. Coming down and around, underneath, coming around, and now I'm right here. You'd want to plug in the unit into a auxiliary 12-volt socket. And as you can see, mine is pretty dirty as it is an older car. It started raining, so it's the next day. And I put the car in the garage. So let's get a wire brush of sorts and clean that hole out. Let's wipe it clean with some alcohol. Turn the car over to accessory or turn it over. As you can see, it automatically starts recording. It's recording the front and the back. I recommend taking this off before you install it if it's a tight squeeze back there. So the adhesive that comes with the unit, like this little black pad, is not very sticky. So I got my own adhesive. I just wanted to mention that. I have the power wire coming from back there, around right there. That's the only exposed wire you see, and the wires come out right here. We have the auxiliary and the power. So this SD card that's in the unit right now doesn't always record. That's because it is a very cheap AliExpress SD card. So here's a higher quality SD card. To format that card, we go to settings, format SD, confirm. Now it automatically starts to record. You can change the angle of the camera. These black marks going up and down on both screens or because of these shop lights. Garage light off, and as you can see, there are no more lines. Garage light on. In the back, this is currently on a loop recording. If you want to lock whatever you're recording right now, you can press lock. Now this turns yellow. That means it's going to save this current recording. Unlock, take a screenshot. You can mute the audio recording or turn it back on. And you can also, which is the coolest feature, rear view look, front look, or both. To connect to CarPlay or Android Auto, you need to go here. You'll have mobile link. You gotta select which one you have. I'm doing Apple CarPlay. And all you literally have to do is select the unit. It says connected, connect to the Wi-Fi, put in the password. We are now connected. Use CarPlay. And here we are in Apple CarPlay. To exit Apple CarPlay, you just press home. To enter Apple CarPlay, mobile internet. And of course, we can play our favorite music. You can turn up the music here. I turn it up or down. I turn this all the way up. Then just turn the knob here. Change the brightness. Okay, let's go back to settings. We can change the resolution of the recording. we are recording at 4K, we go 2.5, 1080p, or 720. Loop recording, 1 minute, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes. I'm gonna do 3-minute loop recording. G sensor, let's put on middle. Screen saver, we can do 1 minute. You can set the guidelines of backing up. You can mirror the backup camera, and you can also flip the backup camera. Languages, it has an okay amount of languages. You can set the time, set the date, Wi-Fi, to turn Wi-Fi on and off, Wi-Fi info, and you can reset it and check out the version that you have. You can also disconnect CarPlay for screencast. Then we can come down here to replay, which we have to disconnect our phone for some reason. Let's turn that off. Disconnect. We can disconnect and replay. Now we can go through all the different videos. Now let's say you don't want to have this full screen right here. We can go home, go to settings, CarPlay position. Let's go on the right, confirm. There you go. Now on the left screen, we have the camera. We can double tap to change views. Not bad. If you have the camera on the trunk, this would probably make more sense for you, but I don't. Let's say you don't want to use this aux cord. Go to radio, 98.1, 98.1.
Right. Only iHeartRadio favorite radio station.
Okay, we go home, go to mobile internet. Now we can play that music without the aux cord. And let me be honest, no, this is not the best unit. You can get better units out there, but for the price and for what you get, the front camera and the back camera, it's really not that bad. It does have its flaws because it's so cheap, it lags. There's delay between touching. The Apple CarPlay isn't necessarily the fastest, and the software is probably lacking behind. But for $100, it's not that bad, truly. If you want one of these units, I have a link down below. That's also one great way to support this channel. This is Chris, always appreciate and respect one another. I'll see you next time.